Jam Nation. This is the Songwriter Podcast.
My wife's a twin, and
really?
not identical. And but I had some set of twins when I went to school. They were identical, and they would they would literally finish each other's sentences. And
Yeah.
so, is that like you guys the same?
I think so.
Yes.
That wasn't planned.
Cut
Didn't
it.
plan that. That wasn't planned.
Cut
but
it. That was awesome.
Yeah, we do that a lot. Yeah, we're kind of just in sync. It's funny. I guess we grew up in a pretty small town, but there were a few sets of twins that we grew up around and sort of hung out with. And it seems like as a twin, you're either making every move together or you've completely separated.
Yeah.
That seems to be the outcome, and I think we pretty much still take every step together. And yeah, I don't know. I mean,
You kind of like embrace it all.
Yeah.
I think just creating, like a lot of twins may not create together, and I think that's the driving force there. Is just that's our connection. It's music going right down the middle.
Yeah.
And then, I think that's just what we're in it for life. I think so.
So when you guys say, do you guys like, okay, let's get together and write, or is it kind of like got you separate things and then you kind of like bounce it off each other?
Yeah, I think we've done it in a ton of different ways, but I think mainly it's like us writing something in our notes separately for like from the start of an idea, and then bringing it together. We have like little areas we go to jam and rehearse together, so we usually bring ideas to each other like that, and then it'll become a collaborative thing.
Yeah, I think early on when we first started writing songs, we do it more together, but now that we've grown up a bit, it's like, we're generally just coming up with ideas on our own, and then take that maybe verse, and then I'll bring a verse to him, he'll bring a verse to me, and then just throw ideas back and forth. I think that's the thing, just try to keep it exciting. We'll just record on our phones and just do a voice memo, and that's sort of that's the driving force, I think, to keep things rolling. The fact that in modern day technology, you can just have these phone recordings on your at easy access,
And they sound really good.
It sounds pretty solid for a phone. And when we're in the car together, we'll just plug it into the aux and listen through and through and come up with ideas, and just start kind of building from scratch.
Yeah, I think we sort of probably to most people come off as like a folk or like country band, but like when we're coming up with songs, like he'll get on the drum kit, I'll get on like guitar, I'll get on drums, he'll get on banjo and stuff, and like that's like pretty big. That's a big key in like how we create, is just hopping on random instruments and making it feel like how we envision it, rather than just coming together with our voices. That's the end product. But like when we're making it,
it takes on many forms before it gets to the final product.
We've talked to a couple of bands, but it'd be interesting because, especially the genre we kind of lean into it is that one person with the guitar and the song. But it's kind of like, even when bands, we had Kendra Valley and so like, but they're not like in this, like, it's not family. So you kind of have a dispute. And do you guys ever have that friction building songs?
I think so. I think it can be a healthy thing.
Yeah.
If you have it under control, it's just like, I think it's good to be there for each other when something sucks.
Yeah.
And
you gotta let them know quick.
And when something's awesome, if you can kind of just have a level playing field as far as, like I need to be able to trust him when he tells me something. He has to be able to trust me.
It's like Rachel and Kendra Valley, she was saying, like, someone would come with a song, like, you do a song and then they'd play it, and she'd be like, oh my God, it's so sad, and then she'd be like, oh, pause, are you okay? What if you just written, like, and it's good, like, especially nowadays, like, people probably don't talk enough and get it out of the system, and maybe it's like, you can probably have something like your brother go, are you all right? Is everything good? And kind of,
you gotta check on each other, I guess. But
and you guys touring?
Yeah, we pretty much play like we do like weekend runs mainly. We'll occasionally do like 2-week, 3-week runs like a few times a year, but we're kind of like the weekend war thing.
Yeah. I mean, we like to claim we're doing it full time, and full time can mean a lot of things. We're not playing Laurel Cove quality of gigs every weekend.
Yeah,
we play in the corner of a lot of bar rooms, and we eat a lot of chicken wings. But you know, you can't take stuff like this for granted. The Laurel Cove Music Festival, stuff like that. I mean, these people put a lot of work into it, and you feel special to be a part of it. So
I mean, like they call it it's coined it now as Red Rocks of Kentucky.
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
that stands up.
yeah. Wicks Picks, he coined that, and it is like that now. And like I only watch Jordan Lee King, and we got Hunter Flynn's, Emma Jamison. Like it's there, kind of like especially when they debut. It's like Hunter's debuting today. It's kind of like a big thing for them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like a shining light for you guys, isn't it? To have a festival that get to showcase it all.
For sure.
Yeah, this is our first time playing here, so
How was it?
it was great. Yeah,
It was awesome.
It was awesome.
It feels like the real deal. Like it makes you feel like you're the real deal.
Yeah.
When you're on a big stage,
Makes you feel like
that.
you're doing something.
Yeah, but that's what I talked to Jordan about. Like, it was hard to get. Me and Jordan were trying to, because we're very similar. I'm from a country town, farming. And when you say words like fame and I made it, it's kind of like cringy. Like, what do you mean fame? You're not famous.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, I said to Jordan, it's like, when you're up there, you're like, oh, I made it. And he was like, I don't think I made it. I was like, yeah, I know. It's kind of like what we're talking about as a country kid. I made it. It's my hometown thing. And the people out in the social media like, oh, you think you made it? You think you're famous? Like, yeah, for us, it's kind of like our dream. And it's that's how you guys felt. Like, not that you made it. And
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good to like humble yourself, but it's I think fame is a weird thing. I think it should be more just like what makes you feel successful and like fulfilled. That's kind of been the goal.
I think we've done it long enough to where there's not going to be one thing, there's not going to be one evening or one show that makes you feel like that fully, but there's little like victories like this. You get to go play and do the real thing.
Just keeps you going.
Yeah, just climbing it.
Yeah, I mean, I really hit home on stuff like people like say, oh, you want to be famous or no one knows you, stuff like, not me personally, but when you hear it, it's like, I get home, my kids think I'm the hero. And so I feel like I am a superstar. I am, personally. Even though, and I hate saying it, like, I'm just a mechanic. He's like, well, no, not really, not just. Like, every mum and dad out there, they're their own little superstars. So I think you're right. Superstar and fans, like fame, is kind of like, you can't say it anymore because the social media kind of wants to kick you down a bit.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, that's why I hate social media. But.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just, I mean, we just feel lucky that we get to do this pretty much full time. Just keep the bills paid and like just keep going. And that's kind of our philosophy on it, and just try to get better each year, write better and better songs. Yeah.
So when did you guys start? Like, when are you getting going?
I'd say, well, we started when we were in like kindergarten. So I always played drums and he played electric guitar growing up.
I think we found love for music at that age.
Yeah. We were into some like whatever was happening in the early 2000s, like kind of pop punk stuff and rock and roll. We were kind of into all that growing up. And then it was like our senior year of high school. I think we went and saw the Avett Brothers at Rupp Arena in Lexington, and that kind of changed our lives. We were just like, we got to sing together and figure out how to do this. And I think we started singing ever since that
10
show.
years ago to 10 or 11 years ago.
Yeah. So when you say pop punk, what are you listening to? So me and my brothers still listen. I still do listen to. I was like Newfound Glory and
We kind of grew up on that stuff.
Our sister is 5 years older than us, so she was introducing us to that kind of stuff. She Good Charlotte, Simple Plan,
Blink 182,
Green Day. We were loving that stuff.
Yeah, I was like early Fall Out Boy, and then we kind of peeled off as well. So we did like heavier stuff, like Atreyu and stuff like that. Because we'll talk about the two scenes, because in that scene it's the same as Appalachia. Like, it's kind of like if you try and enter that scene and you're faking it. Like if you go to a Trey or a Newfound Glory concert, but you're not really into the music, people will sense it straight away.
Right.
Yeah, and I feel it's the same. It's kind of it's the same culture. They play their own instruments. They all wrote their own songs.
Right.
They're probably going through some shit.
Yeah.
And it's like a real garage band, and it's kind of like that's,
we talk about that all the time. People's intuition is going to win every time.
Yeah.
It's going to win. People can sense it. Whether they can articulate it or not, people can usually sense what you're doing if it's coming from a real place.
Yeah, 100%. And so Revelation song, I want to talk about like how that came together.
Yeah. Well,
Man, it was a lot of things really, all at once. It was like right after COVID, and we were like in our house a lot, and just like not just inside your own head too. And there's multiple things that led to the idea of this story. And we never really write heavy songs like that. We love the Everly Brothers,
Yeah.
and which they were making sad stuff, but yeah, it just seemed it was a different tone than most of the things we do. It was inspired by our papaw, who passed away from lung cancer when we were growing up, and I'll be honest, we just watched the Breaking Bad,
Oh, yeah.
where you know how he's diagnosed with. I was just like wondering what was going through his mind. A little bit of that, and then just like putting together a story. So it's like it's based on real things, but it's also has that third thing in there too that you don't really know. It kind of just came together like that.
And did it come like one full sitting, or did you? It took a while.
It took probably it was pretty quick, but it took like I'd say a week or two to really get it going.
I remember Trevor wrote the majority of that song, and I remember you bringing it to me. There were quite a few different versions of it. Yeah, I feel like early on, as far as melody went and the structure, and I think we took like a couple weeks to just iron that out to really try to get it as right as we thought we could get it, because it's kind of hard to ever look at a song and be like, this is perfect. So it's you do have to iron it out sometimes. We try to keep it as like close to the original product that made us feel something without messing that up too much. But I think that one turned out pretty good.
Yeah, I love that one. So when I listen to the albums, I'm trying to, because again, I'm not a podcast host, I'm new to this, but so I'm trying to deep dive into a lot of stuff, and it's hard to pick songs for me as a fan to talk about, because the upbeat ones and like honking tonk ones, it's like I kind of know what they're gonna be about and how you're feeling. Like that's a good song, and I'm going to a honky, especially if I did like outside our genre. It's like, so this drinking beer in a small town, what's that about? It's like, oh, it's about drinking beer in a small town. And it's like, okay, well, so it has been kind of a morbid kind of start to our podcast, because it is the slower ones that you know that person's probably gone to a place. Does that? Which I bring this up a lot, but do you find it harder to write songs because you don't want people to look too much inside or share that personal stuff?
Yeah, I think that's a natural fear when you're creating any kind of art or putting out anything into the public, like for anyone to look at or hear. I heard Jason Isbell say something like he has all these roles as a songwriter. I think one of his roles was something like, it's like, if I feel uncomfortable about a line, my role is to keep that.
Yeah.
My role is to keep that in there, because if you're feeling, I guess, according to his intuition, if he feels uncomfortable about something, it's going to affect someone else in a good, hopefully positive way, or some kind of moving way.
At least affect them.
Yep.
Yeah, Emily and I were talking about that, because she's gone through a journey where she's like, Run Baby Run is just kind of like, she's like, just let it go. Let's just, holding this back, because I think like I've got to deal with this myself. And then it kind of, this selfish part as a fan is like, we're going through that as well. Like, and we kind of look to you guys, because don't forget, we, as like just a simple farmer or a mechanic, the stuff I'm going through, I can't pen to paper, I can't get that out unless I go to therapy or medicate myself numb or something like that, you know what I mean? And again, I can go to my wife and tell her how sad I am only so many times, and she's feeling sad. But like you guys, and this is what I'll run into this, is like you guys have that ability to just dump it on a page and be vulnerable. So it's kind of like,
I guess it is therapy in itself.
We're not great at talking, so it's just like...
Yeah, we struggle at articulating. I was talking about that earlier. It's kind of like we struggle at articulating our thoughts, so it's like I'm better off to step back and write it down and just think about it for a bit.
That's how that goes for a lot of artists and writers, I feel like, in history.
Yeah, and because it's funny, because that's been the thing. Like when we sit down, artists are like just really kind of like, when you first meet them, they're quite shy and kind of reserved, and as the conversation goes, it becomes good. But then when I go down to Laurel Cove and see them again for the second time, they're like, "Come here, let's finish
Right.
this conversation," and they're so different.
Yeah,
and
totally.
I think that's what I was going to lean into, and we talked a lot about this in the podcast. Is like when you go to live shows and you're going to sing vulnerable songs like the Revelation song, like if the audience aren't engaged and going to give it its attention that is due, then it's like, maybe I don't want to sing this song to this crowd.
Yeah.
You get that?
Yeah, we actually we've only played that song I think live 2 times.
Yeah, and I think it's for the reason you
It is.
just
It's
mentioned.
pretty
So
tough. It's a tough thing.
Yeah, we'll do it for like sessions and stuff. It's just kind of it. I don't know. I think we're not super comfortable with just like, because it feels like people go out and they want to have a really good time. You
Yeah.
know? So we like catering. We cater to that in a way, and I know it's all like the emotion. It's all part of it, but it's kind of hard to bring that song to a crowd of people.
I mean, I'd push back on that. People are like, oh, yeah, it's part of the deal. It's like, no, it's not. Because you rob, say, I'm a fan of that song. And the fact,
Right,
the fact that
exactly.
you don't sing now, I never get to hear it
Right,
because
exactly.
some dickhead just keeps talking about, you got the wrong
Yeah.
beer or something.
So in a
Like,
way,
Exactly.
we're rewarding them and not you.
yeah,
So,
and I think it's kind of be more vocal about it. I feel like we all should be. And,
Yeah.
and it takes like, someone like me in the crowd go, oh, just shut up. Just shut
Right.
up, man. Go to another room and because you starve us. And so that's what's been happening in the podcast is Arthur was like, oh, you can trust that guy with a conversation because you'll handle it he won't turn it political. He won't turn it this way. You can just, this is a place to just let it all out. So, and I think it's a shame that the industry is like that. You guys just can't just, let it out. So you guys, when you're touring, you got a van, and your own van and stuff like that. It's just the two of yous now?
Well, we have a rhythm section behind us. Sometimes, like this evening, we had our dad on bass and our buddy Troy on the drums, and but a lot of times when we're just trying to be as efficient as possible, it'll just be me and him out on the road because it takes a lot of money to make that happen. But when we're doing our budget efficient runs, it's usually just me and him with a couple guitars and banjo.
just
And
figure out a way to make it as captivating as possible without needing a rhythm section.
Is This a Dream? Another song. Like, let's walk us through that one. How that one come together.
I guess that was another like sort of COVID project. We were out.
Yeah, I think Trenton wrote maybe like all of this except maybe the bridge.
Yeah, I mean that song. Well, to start it off, we did a cruise ship contract of playing music on a cruise ship for about 3 months, and this was in January of 2020, and we made it to about early March, and that's when all the restrictions came with COVID. And they sort of just they docked us up for 2 weeks and isolated us all in the port of Charleston, South Carolina, and we kind of just buckled down and wrote some songs while we were on there, and that was one of them. We like to call it's our like dreamland phase because that whole EP that we released then was just it was real dreamy.
Yeah, real like Orbison, Everly, 60s stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of the stuff we were inspired by, is all the 50s and 60s sort of dreamy pop and
Production wise, and I think like, I mean, the way I look at it is like we were in this little tiny cabin for 3 months, and I feel like being isolated kind of in there, it would probably led to some of the lyrics. I don't know. That's the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What was that like? I've been on cruise ship.
I mean, if you want a consistent paycheck, that's about the way to go as a musician.
Yeah.
But,
Good way to make money.
yeah, it has its ups and downs. You're playing a lot of cover tunes.
That's what I was
and
gonna ask, yeah.
You're playing a lot of songs that people want to hear. But I mean that's not too bad sometimes.
And do you test anything new out on them?
Yeah, we would throw in some
Because
originals.
it would be the same audience regularly.
Every 4 days it'd change, so there'd be a new cruise ship
Yeah.
changeover
I think-
every 4 or 5 days.
So then on the fourth day, start just doing
Right.
Yeah.
originals. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the magic in it. Like, it's like they're rotating every week, new people, and they're all pretty stoked to be on the cruise.
Yeah.
Rather than like maybe a bar in a
Yeah, I
small
mean,
town at midnight.
Yeah.
It's vacation for people. It's not a place to go drink your sorrows away. So it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, everyone's
maybe
happy.
maybe for some people on the cruise ship.
Yeah. And then do they let you select the covers, or is it? or do they got to like say
Well,
you got to play within this type of?
I think there may have been some like top 40 sort of like guideline, but we kind of like
We bent the rules a little bit.
we
We just played
didn't-
old school stuff.
Yeah.
like,
We
like
kinda-
Johnny Cash.
we were considered the country duo, so we just played everything from 90s and back. So we didn't really cave into any of the newer stuff. We don't have the voices for that. Or
We got a $100 tip to play an Eric Church song though, so we had to do.
we
that.
did it very
we
poorly,
did it.
but we still got the $100 tip.
Was it
so.
old Eric Church song?
Man, I don't even know what it was.
It
It
was
Wrecking
called
Ball?
Wrecking Ball.
Oh,
I
that's
guess-
a newer one.
Yeah, I think
that's
it's
a
newer.
newer one. Yeah, because I'm a big Eric Church fan and Cody
yeah.
Johnson, but I kind of, I mean, I'm not hating on him now, but I like the old kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
rebellious.
Eric
Yeah.
Church, his voice is insane.
Yeah, his voice is undeniable. He has some really good songs out there.
Yeah, and like Cody Jones, but also kind of what we're talking about, like with the podcast, trying to get people to know. Like, it's also the attitude that kind of it was that rebellious kind of.
Yep.
You know, he's known for when we went on tour Rascal Flats, he played too loud, too long, kind of that rebellious thing. It's kind of what you bought into.
Yeah.
You guys gonna play for a song for us today?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
What do you want to play?
We got
should we do?
two guitars, so we could do Stay Golden, 1,000 Memories, any of them.
Any of
What do you feel like?
them. Yeah, I guess let's do 1,000 Memories.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
works.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1,000 memories in the rear view tonight. Some up on the mountain, and some are on the side of the road. We listen to one headlight. Yeah, 1,000 memories in the rear view tonight. Yeah, 1,000 memories that you hear in a song. Each line and phrase take you back to someone that you used to know not long ago. Yeah, 1,000 memories that you hear in a song. Yeah, 1,000 memories in this bar tonight. The smell of cheap red wine, the Miller High Life sign, like our love had shine and dimmed and died. Yeah, 1,000 memories in this bar tonight. When two hearts don't beat like they used to, honey, some so close can fall apart. I wasted all my wishes on a sky so blue. 1,000 memories, never falling star. 1,000 memories, never falling star.
Thank you for listening to the Songwriter Podcast. You can find out more about this artist in the show notes, including links to their work. Rob Hillier is the host of the Songwriter Podcast and the founder, CEO of Jam Nation. Brad Luttrell is our executive producer. Jacob Bozarth is our co-producer. The show was recorded and edited by Sam Tucker with Tucker Creative. The show's incredible intro vocals are by singer-songwriter Emily Jamerson. Thank you to Pine Mountain State Park for hosting these conversations and Bell County Tourism for helping us coordinate. This show is brought to you by Jam Nation. If you haven't heard of Jam Nation, it's an app not just for fans, but fanatics. Jam Nation app tracks your listens, it connects you with other top fans, and it helps you earn not only bragging rights, but you're going to get exclusive access to content, tickets, and more. We're always adding in new features, so it's going to continue to evolve. This is your chance to get in early. You can download the Jam Nation app from the app stores right now, and many of the artists that are on this show and coming on this show are already there. If you enjoyed this episode, we really would appreciate a rating on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, or wherever you're listening. It really matters. I promise you it does, and it helps the show grow, gives us traction, and gives us social proof so that we can continue to go out and get more songwriters on the podcast. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you soon on the Songwriter Podcast, where we explore the life behind the lyrics.